We keep it real.
We'll keep it real.
We keep it real. Keeping it real. The 4 is the first shoe that from the inspiration and idea and silhouette and the whole design from day one, I was involved in that process.
Yo, what up guys? Jacques Slade was popping back with another unboxing, and today I'm obviously not in my studio. As you can see, I have this giant mural behind me. That's because I'm in Oakland, courtesy of the good folks over at Under Armour. They brought me out here to unbox the Curry Championship Pack, and I'm happy as always to share that experience with you. As you can see, this box is huge. There's 2 pair of shoes in here, and plus there's some other goodies. But before we get into this, I'm actually at the Bushrod Recreation Center. Steph Curry, Under Armour, and Chase, they refurbished the courts inside and outside, and basically they redid this entire gym for the kids that go here in Oakland. So big shout out to them for just giving back to the community. So let's get to the kicks. So this is the special edition box that the Curry Championship Pack comes in. It has this new Curry logo. I'm gonna say it's a new Curry logo here, where it has the 4, then the SC, or it could be 430, or it could be W30, you get the point here. It could be Wardell, it could be 4, Steph Curry 30. Anyway, it's 4, obviously because of the Curry 4, so all that plays together. On this side, they have the Under Armour logo, and then again, this side, they have that same WSC or 4SC logo. This is a size 9.5. This is not actually my size, so I will not be able to put these on my feet, which bothers me a little bit, but I'll just have to get over that. More importantly, I get to show it to you guys because really that's what it's all about. Let's break into the box here. It's attached by these elastic bands, and the box is kind of made out of wood, and I'll get more into that and where that all comes from a little later on. But let's open up and see what we have inside. And the first thing you see is this wood or pine sort of plank that they have in here with the same Steph Curry 4 logo on there. And below that, we have the goodies. First, we have a black pair of Stance socks. Now these are custom Stance socks, and you cannot buy these anywhere. They only come with this pack. So shout out to Stance for creating something exclusive for the Curry Champ Pack. And then there's a white pair as well. So you get both of these inside of here. And again, the only place you can get them is inside of this championship pack. There's some details on here, but I won't give them all away. I really want you guys to get a look at them once you get your hands on the shoes. Next up is what I'm gonna call a cigar holder. I don't smoke cigars, so I'm not sure what this is called. And it has a letter inside, and the letter is from Steph Curry. So let's read the letter. It says, "What a difference a year makes. After falling short in 2016, I turned that moment into motivation and came back stronger. What an amazing journey. That setback led to a greater comeback, and I don't want to let this feeling go. I'm taking this vibe with me into this season and focusing on what's next, winning. And I want to accomplish a lot more this season, more fun, more rings, more everything. Hopefully we're doing this all again next year. Here's the more blessings. Steph Curry, number 30, Stephen Curry, 30. Right there, you see it. Very, very nice. Very nice that he included a personalized letter in the Champs Pack. You usually don't see that when they put these Champ Packs together. So to have a personal letter from him, you know, really talking about the pack and explaining what the pack is all about, because really this is about more. Though we call it the Champs Pack, I've heard the pack being called the More Rings Pack because Curry wants to win more rings and not just focus on the past championship that he has. So big shout out to him for including that and including his motivation. I think that's a big deal. So let's take all this stuff off the table and get to what we really want to see, the sneakers or the kicks or the tennis shoes, depending on what part of America you're from. So they come in this felt bag, velvet bag. Very, very nice touch. Obviously it's the championship pack, so they go all out. Make sure they got all the details right. And the first pair is the black pair. I have a thing for black shoes, so these look really, really nice in my opinion. So some of the details, some of the exterior details that you see, this is performance knit on top. They have the greater than I logo here. If you know what the greater than I logo means, why don't you leave it down in the description below. You guys should know what that means by now. We have the SC, the Steph Curry logo there, and then the outsole on this one is translucent, but if you look really closely, you can see that there's, I'm gonna say gold speckles or maybe gold more speckles than flakes. I don't want to call them gold flakes. They look more like gold speckles, and they go the entire length of the outsole. And on the other shoe, it has the same thing, same translucent outsole, but here, both of the shoes have a speed plate, as you can see, but this one has Steph Curry's signature on it, and the speed plate actually goes the full length of the shoe, and it adds, how do I explain it? It's more like it adds a little bit more stability to the shoe and allows you to react a little faster. It gives the shoe a little bit more bounce. As far as the full outsole goes, it has some really nice rubber. It's not too hard. It doesn't feel plastic, but it doesn't feel like super soft rubber that would just wear out if you wear it outside. It feels like it's kind of right in that middle ground where it would work both indoors and outdoors. So I would say if you're concerned about playing outdoors, I wouldn't be as worried about it just because this rubber feels pretty good. It has We Back, which you heard me talk about in the letter, which is one of the first things that Curry said after they won the championship. On the inside, it continues with the SC4 or 4SC logo. They have this proprioceptive ankle, which doesn't really give you support. It's more about comfort. The real comfort comes from the heel counter, but most of you guys should know that if you've been watching this channel. The support isn't here in the ankle, it's here, it's the heel. It's the heel, that's where your ankle support comes from. And as far as the really small details go, actually, you know what? I'm gonna show you the white pair and give you the details. But before I even do that, I had an opportunity to talk to Steph here at the park and interview him about his shoes. So let's check that out. Guys, so we're here with Steph Curry. And so Steph, obviously I love the sneakers. The sneakers are a big deal and you have the champ pack coming out. But I wanna go back to the finals. Like, you're one of the few players, I really can't think of anybody else that played in their new shoe in the championship and to win in that. Like, how does that feel to play in like your new shoes, win in that new shoe already?
It was a really cool moment for me to be able to debut it kind of unannounced. And like you said, it basically was like a brand new season for me. Five games we played in the finals felt like an entirely different year just because the shoes mean everything, and when you feel good in them and you know they look good, it kind of just gives you another bit of adrenaline rush, and so it was something to look forward to. I knew it was kind of in the works. We had to obviously get to the finals and make that moment available, and it happened. It worked out great, and obviously played well in them. We won, and it was a good time.
As in the sneaker community, like before, it's been one of the more well-received of your shoes. Like, we just keep it 100. Like, the one, obviously people love the one, and then the 2 was good, 3 was okay, and then like the 4, people are like, yo, the 4 is the one. What do you feel like is the big difference with the 4 compared to the rest of them?
We keep it real.
We'll keep it real. Keep it real.
Keeping it real, the 4 is the first shoe that from the inspiration and idea and silhouette and the whole design from day one, I was involved in that process. And so, not to the point, I have obviously a great team that works tirelessly on my product, but there's something special about it seeing it from before conception, basically. All the checkpoints along the way to make sure it was a departure from any of the tech and innovation from all the previous 3 models, and something that's a little bit more futuristic and a little bit more simple and classic too at the same time. So that was the biggest difference, because it's all a learning process, man. Shoe design is hard.
Right. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
And there's so many people doing it, and you want to be known as the ones that do it the best, and we're trying to make that happen.
Appreciate it.
Yes,
all right, man.
Sir.
Thank you, man. Appreciate your time.
Yes, sir.
All right, big shout out to Steph. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us about the kicks. But now let's get to the other pair, the white pair, which is, for those of you that may not know, is actually called the Undefeated Pair, and there's a reason for that. Steph Curry hasn't lost in this pair of shoes. He wore them in the finals. As you guys know, he broke them out during the finals, and he played in these in games 1, game 2, and game 5, and he didn't lose any of those games while wearing these shoes. So big shout out to the Undefeated Pair. So this is a white pair, obviously look really great. They have that same greater than I logo. And for this pair, they actually extended the gold specks into the midsole, so you see it more here on the midsole going all the way around, and gives it a little more of like a championship flair than the black pair. The black is a little more subdued, but this pair you really see the gold flakes in the midsole, and it really pops there as well. Same gold We Back, and then on the heel, you have to look really, really close here. It has his name, Wardell, on that side, And then on that side it says Aisha. Right there it says 89. And then on this side it says 88, which is the year that he and his wife were born. And then on this shoe, this is the right shoe, it has Riley, and then it has Ryan, and then it has 15, and then it has 12, which is the years that they were born as well. So always adding his own personal touch to his shoes. I think that's something important. For me, it kind of feels like he's always kind of has them with him, even though it's on his shoes. That's his way of showing his love for his family and bringing it in onto the court and bringing it into his shoes. And the final touch on the heels, it says, I can do all things. Now, you guys know that's something that's been on all of Steph's shoes that I recall. He's always had I can do all things. It's something that he really believes in, and I think it's really dope that he includes that on all of his shoes, kind of bringing what's in his heart to his shoes and to his game on the court, and really having that mentality that I can really do anything I want if I put my mind to it and if I'm faithful to it. So I really appreciate that. With that being said, let's take a look at everything in the pack. First, we have the white pair, AKA the Undefeated Pair. We have the black pair. We have the custom socks. This one has I can do all things on it, and this one has some gold flakes. Very nice. These are custom again. You can only get these in the championship, AKA More Rings pack. The shoes come in a felt bag with the 4SC logo. And then you get the, what I'm just calling a cigar holder. Maybe it has an official cigar name. I don't know what it is, but it says, we got what's ours, we back, baby. And you see the we back on the shoes as well. For those looking to actually grab these, they release tomorrow. They are going to be super, super limited. So if you do want a pair, make sure you stay up on it. I'm gonna put all of the information for the launch and where you can find the shoes down in the description below. Again, it's super limited. The pack is $400 if you want to get your hands on it, so make sure you have that ready. As always, guys, I appreciate you. I am Jacques Slade. Big shout out to Under Armour. Big shout out to Steph Curry for the interview. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, make sure you stay tuned. I have something really cool coming up that has a little bit of adds a little extra flair to the Curry 4, and I'll leave it at that. With that being said, guys, I appreciate you, and I'll see you soon. Peace.